Hello creators, welcome back to Create, Share, and Give. This is my Aunt Marie. Thank you for coming back. If you have already subscribed, thank you. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and like the video for future videos on all things spiritual. And today I want to do a mini basic altar setup. Now I thought it would be a perfect opportunity because I refinished my altar. This altar was a brown color before, and I just wanted to lighten things up. I felt like it just needed to be refreshed. So I painted it this almond color and painted the knobs a gold, and now it has a new life. Now for me, I always change up my altars or changing the altar cloth. Sometimes the vision change, I'm subtracting things, adding things to it. And unless you come in my house, you will not see my altar. So I thought this will be a perfect time to start with a clean slate and kind of give a basic on how my altar is. Now you want to start the basics of setting up an altar is having the 4 elements: water, air, earth, fire. Spirit being the 5th element, but the spirit is what you are gathering. You're kind of cultivating in this one area. That's how I view it. So I always start with the fire. So the candles represent the fire element. So there's always candles burning. If I go too long without a candle burning, I feel a little odd with my altar. Here you have a selenite candle holder. This can be classified as earth, the earth element. So within this in itself, you've taken care of 2 elements, the earth and the fire. And the air is the next one. Now I love to use the incense for air. And this incense holder is a holder I have for another altar, but I'm going to purchase another one. They call these the coffin holders. I'm going to purchase another one of these for this altar because I am so sick of cleaning up incense ashes. Now, I love this one because the ashes go directly in the bottom of the container. And I had this one for a long time, didn't think I liked it, but I really like it now. One way to keep your altar clean and tidy is using the coffin incense holder because it stops, the accumulation of ashes. I have about 10 different incense holders, and every one of them, no matter how secure I feel like it's on there, some ashes always get onto the table, and it just creates a mess before it needs to be a mess. So this is the air element using the incense. You can also use feathers. I like to use this feather, the ostrich feather. They can also symbolize the air element. And this is one that I use to fan if I'm doing Palo Santo. You can fan with, that's the air element. So you can add something like feathers to represent that. Here is another crystal. If you want to add a different crystal for the earth element. I like to add crystals to my altar. It's a good way I feel for me to charge my crystals. You can also add water. So water is an element. You can put it, this is a shot glass that I put the water in. And if I'm burning a glass candle, I'll put the candle inside a glass bowl of water. And then that again represents 2 elements. You have the fire and the water, which also acts as a fire protector. Because of the glass burst, it'll automatically be in the water. So that's another way I like to do it. You can also add water if you have any holy water, any type of water you charge. You can put that on your altar too as a water element to secure that. And you can also use for earth If you don't want to use crystals, or if you want to add something else, a plant. I always like to use a plant or a flower on my altar, and that represents to me life, which encompasses all of the elements and also the earth element as well. You can do an aloe vera, a plant, flowers, whatever you choose, but it adds such a beautiful energy to your altar. And you can also add, if you have any statues of any deities that you like to venerate. This is Aset, the mother of all mothers, the woman of 1,000 names. I can go on and on about Queen Aset. So this is a statue here, and I'll chart some of my beads on the statue. Here's a symbol of the snake, which I thought this was pretty cool, with the apple at the end that represents, the apple to me represents wisdom, and the serpent, which goes on so many different levels. And before my spiritual journey, I was so afraid and just did not like snakes. But as my consciousness expanded, I look at the snake in a whole different light as I did before. So thank you guys. Hopefully you've gotten some ideas on how to set your altar up. I am so happy with the way my altar turned out. It looks fresher and brighter, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to set up my altar space the way I like it. And the day that I painted my altar and didn't have it up, I did feel nude. I felt like I was missing something. I have a total of 2 working altars that I have. And I think I like to keep it that way. When I first started out, I was just going crazy with different altars, but you have to maintain those altars. So for me, 2 is a sweet spot for now. Questions, let me know. Drop it in the comment box below. And again, thank you for watching, and until we meet again.